Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £200 worth of 10p's. Have a hunt through looking for those alphabet 10p's. Interesting into this one because it's a bag in a bag. Bizarre, right? Anyway, 2019 even is the year that we want to fill the book. We've never filled a 2019 book, but we're making some good progress, as you can see. But the 2019s are so low minted and so scarce and hard to get hold of. We started a 2018 book as well. So we did fill a 2018 book fairly recently, a few months ago now. And to be fair, it's not going too badly with this book. So interesting to see whether we fill this book before we finish the 2019 book. Chances are we probably will because they are so scarce for 2019. But we're not going to find any coins jibber jabbering away, so let's get into these bags. So let's jump into some questions then. We've actually finished all the questions from my sealed £2 coin giveaway. We're on to the giveaway that was the unclaimed prizes. I had, I think, some bags of sealed £2 coins and the RAF silver £2 coins that were never claimed that I actually managed to give all of them away now. So first question comes from Canterbury Pie. It says, hi from New Zealand. Which place have you been to that was so cold you couldn't get warm and the hottest place where you couldn't get cool? Keep up the good work. Interesting questions. I mean, the hottest place that I've been, I can't recall a place that's been unbearably hot, if I'm totally honest. I've been to Tunisia and Morocco in the height of their summers, but I was quite young and I don't really recall the temperature. The coldest place I've been, we went to, was it Iceland or somewhere that purports to be Lapland, I think it was, just when we were kids. I remember that being very cold. I remember skiing in, I think it was France, the one and only time I've ever gone skiing, and I don't recommend it, it's horrendous. And that was pretty cold. But in an odd sort of way, the warmest place where I couldn't warm up, to flip the question on its side, I got somewhat sunstroke in Greece. I was as a family, we were island hopping across Greece and just going to the next island and pitching up at 10 and then moving on to the next island. It was great fun, great holiday. But I got sunstroke and I was in the middle of summer laying in a sleeping bag in the middle of the day shivering. I've got that sort of memory imprinted in my mind. That was not a very pleasant experience, but yeah, that was probably the hottest place where I couldn't warm up or couldn't do mentally, I guess. Let's see who else has said. Oh, here we go. James says, what do you think of the Winnie the Pooh collection? I'm so excited for it. I've been saying this due on for ages now, so I can't wait. Yeah, I echo those thoughts. I think Winnie the Pooh is a great topic to make coins on. It's another topic that will bring a younger audience into coin collecting, which, as I keep saying, is a great thing, like with the music legends and the sort of widening the pool into British culture with James Bond coins, for example, as well. Yeah, I think it's a shame they didn't circulate. I think that's where the real benefit of having these sort of children's characters on coins are, with kids find them in their change, or parents, grandparents find them in change and give them to their grandchildren or children. But I think there's probably a licensing issue with the Disney Corporation, because it's all owned by Disney, isn't it? If I recall, the designs is by the Walt Disney Company rather than by an individual. But yeah, I think they're a cool set. Christopher Robin's still my favourite. I'm excited for the next 3 to come out this year, and see which ones come out next year, because there's 3 more to come next year as well. Jack Gilbert says, hello Christopher, I hope you are keeping well during these terrible days. I think this is back at the sort of early days of the first lockdowns. My question to you was, if you were given £100,000, what would you get and why? £100,000. Not enough to quit my job. What would I spend £100,000 on? I guess just deposit on a house. It's probably the most sensible option. I might keep some of it to buy some of the back silver proofs or bunk coins I don't have that I would like to, that are just a little bit too expensive to warrant spending that kind of money on, because it'd be nice to pad out my collection or fill some of the gaps in my collection, I guess. But yeah, I think probably a house is probably the best bet. A very boring option. Let's have a look to see. David Lister says, hi, would you ever do more stamp videos? No, more than showing them in the PO box videos, because lots of people very kindly send me stamps, because I do still collect stamps. I've got quite a large collection of stamps as well, but for those that are new to the channel, my very first videos were stamp videos, That's what I was building my channel on the basis of, and nobody was interested then. Nobody's interested now. Even if I hint to there being a title about stamps or thumbnails about stamps, it just does a nosedive. So yeah, people don't want to see stamps. People want to see coins. So I've got no interest in going back to do the stamps. No. There's people saying thank you for doing the prize. Tony Skinner says, I would love to be picked by your random selection. Does coin condition matter to you? It does seem that you do not, but that might be a mistake. In ways. So in terms of finding them in circulation, not really. If it's one that's over face value, no matter the condition, I will keep it. If I am buying coins, obviously that is what's important to me, the condition. So if I'm getting coins that aren't perfect and I've paid a premium for them, and they're not perfect, I would be quite upset about that. At the moment I'm a little bit dismayed at the number of coins, silver proofs, that I've bought that are starting to tone in their packaging from the Royal Mint, which have never been unsealed, which is a bit of a gripe of mine, as with many. But yeah, I mean, there have been times where I bought coins from the secondary market. There was the one that springs to mind. I bought what I thought was a silver-proof World War I Navy centenary, and it came with horrendous toning on the obverse, I think it was, of the coin, and it was a PA Fort one as well. And so I contacted the seller, who agreed to knock off a huge chunk of what I paid for it, and for me to keep the coin, which, given the hassle and the faff of sending it back, was fine, and ended up sending that to Bungle as well. So if you haven't seen Bungle's video of opening that, I highly recommend it. It is superb what he did with that coin. But yeah, so if I'm buying silver proofs or bunks, then obviously the condition matters then, because I'm buying it with the thought of that being a pristine non-circulated coin. But what I find in my coin hunts or in my world coins doesn't really matter to me. Ron M says, how did 4 people not claim the silver RAFs? They are stunning. I don't have a question that you haven't been asked 100 times. Well, that's a question in itself. Yeah, I was surprised that so few people came back and actually claimed those prizes, because they were some superb prizes, some of the best prizes I think I've given out. But yeah, the cursed poor silver-proof Peter Rabbit, Benjamin Bunny, that I drew 3 or 4 times before it finally went to a great home in my fellow coin tuber Clapham Coins' channel. Mr. Cookie MC says, a wonderful selection of gifts that would be a great selection for anyone who collects. Question is, what is the best strike your own you have got from one of your mint trips? Well, that's a very good question. I mean, my favourite sort of packaging wise is still the Wallace and Gromit. I think that is so cool, the little rocket ship that the Strike Your Own sits in. I think the Nutcracker as well was a very cool one. I think is it the only, no, it's one of 2 £5 coins, because it was the Royal Wedding as well had a strike on the weekend that I think is a £5 coin. But again, it comes in that sort of faux leather, I guess it's not actual leather, faux leather chamois pouch as well, which I think is quite cool. But my favourite one is still the first one I went to get, the Frankenstein £2 coin. It's my favourite coin ever, to then get it on Strike Your Own on my first ever trip to the Royal Mint. Way before I had subscribers that would come and see me, I went down with my father, and it was a fantastic trip, and it's such a cool coin. And yeah, that's probably still my favourite Strike Your Own. Just having a look to see if we've got some questions. Nick's View, who's written into PO Box, says, love your passion for coins, Christopher, and got me collecting during lockdown. I don't want to imagine the collectible coins I've passed on and changed in the past. Love the channel, keep up the amazing work. These are not the coins we are looking for. Move along. Nick actually sent me a 3D puzzle Millennium Falcon, which now sits on my printer to my right. So a massive thank you to him for that. Cubed Animation says, popcorn, sweet or salted? Good luck, everyone. My preference would be definitely a mixture of both. I like the sweet and salty popcorn. If I had to pick one or the other, I'm going with sweet, I think. Here we go. I Make Films says, who wouldn't claim these great prizes? I love the Spitfire, so would be elated if I won, and even more elated if I got the Spitfire Silver Proof. Good luck to everyone, keep safe. The fantastic work hunting. You'll find a Q one day. Well, I have since that comment was posted. Alan Kenny says, what coin that you haven't got would you most like to get? Oh, that's a good question. That is a very, very good question. There's the obvious things like the Silverproof Kew Gardens. There's the Beatrix Potter 2016 Silverproof set. There's if the sky is the limit, who wouldn't want a Goldproof Kew Gardens if offered one? The one in terms of a coin that I would be likely to purchase, that I'd be likely to. The most valuable coin that I would be most likely to hand over my own hard-earned cash for in a fantasy realm, because it probably isn't going to happen anytime soon if ever, would be the gold-proof Frankenstein £2 coin. There have been times where I have been that close to purchasing it. There was an offer on Halloween where there was money off of all the sort of Frankenstein coins, and I think it knocked the Frankenstein cost down to about £700-ish, which would have been a great investment, but it just at the time I couldn't warrant that kind of investment in the coin. But yeah, there have been times where I've been very close to purchasing that particular coin. The Portraits of Bishops of Britain is a great set, which is a coin set that I really, really liked, that I didn't buy when I first discovered them, because it was rather expensive for those 4 coins. But then there was a Black Friday or Christmas Day or New Year's Day sales, which was at 50% off, and I couldn't say no to it. I had to get it. But yeah, sometimes when you see a deal like that, you got to snap it up. But yes, I guess that's the main question. Just seeing, we've got lots of people saying thank you for the giveaway. Uma Habiba says, wow, I really need it because my phone volume is very low. Your phone volume is very low. Okay. Here we go. This is a big question from Mark Allen. Hello Christopher, apologies if this is something you've been asked before, but what is the most unsuccessful coin hunt you've ever done for videos or live streams? It's a tough one. I can't recall any particular hunt that I've had very bad luck in terms of the finds. I mean, the 10p's probably. Actually, last week's 10p hunt where I found a 10p that had been hole punched, and that was it. That is probably the most unsuccessful coin hunt that I've recorded and put out on my channel. There haven't been any 50p's or £2 coin hunts that have been unsuccessful enough to warrant not being put out. There's been a couple where the star find has been like a 2008 Britannia, but we always get a variety of the common commemorative, which are always interesting still to see. But no, I think that is probably the worst one I've had. And there were a whole bunch of 10p videos which I recorded and never edited or uploaded at very early times when the 10p's were coming out. I was getting, I think it was just £100 a week and hunting through them, not finding them. So because they were still quite new, I was waiting and just doing a 10p bag once a month to see if they were filtering into circulation yet. But then they finally did. But yeah, the 10p's are probably the most hit and miss. Luckily, there are a few territories and world coins that find their way into the mix, though, rather than just the alphabet 10p's. We Love Sean TBW says, Christopher, massive congratulations on all your hard work and efforts you put into your channel while still working full time. We love your Sunday live streams with the crazy pet shout outs. My pet Rodney Roger Bunny would really like one. I only started collecting after getting recommended videos in my YouTube homepage, and ever since I've been hooked. I hope everyone is doing great, and fingers crossed I could win something. Question, favourite type of cloud? Wow, that's an interesting question. That is a little bit out there, isn't it? My favourite type of cloud? Those sort of nice little, very faint little ones that you sometimes get when there's a nice beautiful blue sky day, because they're nice and warm and enjoying the sun with a little bit of clouds. So no one wants to see big humongous clouds, or when they go interesting colours like pinky, bluey, purpley clouds. I think that's quite pretty. Oh, we got one! Huzzah! Our Alphabet 10p drought is over with F for fish and chips, my favourite as well. And it's a 2018. Superb. Here we go. Chili con carne says, Gordon Bennett, Christopher is more generous than Richard Branson, giving all his employees a full paid year as a bonus. One question I would like to ask is, if you were allowed to travel back in time before you were born, what event or time would you choose to be? Well, before I'm born. Oh, that's a good question. Can I go for 1933 to get 1933 penny? But it's sort of outside of coin related. I keep saying I'd love to be to spend a day in 60s Vegas to see the Rat Pack live performing. I think that's the kind of music I listen to. To see them live would be pretty extraordinary. Conrad Kraviak, who actually won one of my recent giveaways. So there we go. It says, "Hi Christopher, I'm a coin collector since 2009. My first coin was my first coin. What I got was a Kew Gardens. I love watching your channel. I hope you fill all your coin sets. Best regards." Well, there we go. You didn't win that giveaway, but you won a future one. Lots of people saying amazing prizes, and thank you for doing the giveaways. Linda Savage says, "My son and I watch your videos and love them. He lives in Switzerland, I live in Manchester, and we've learnt a lot from you." Though that's awesome to think that you're both watching from different parts of the world. Last question we're going to go through is Benjamin Fry says, "Why is collecting so fun? Not just for you, but me too." A very good question. What keeps coin hunting exciting? It's not knowing. It's the same way that opening packs of trading cards or doing scratch cards are. It's the unknown, the mystery of what you might find, that win you might get in the next bag that you're opening. But it's a safe bet because I pay face value for my coins. They'll always be worth face value. I can always pay them back in at face value. So yeah, that is what's interesting in terms of the hunt. And then when new coins come out, and it's the race to find the new coin is so exciting. So yeah, that's quite exciting. In terms of buying the new coins, the bunks and the silver brews that sat behind me, it's filling gaps in a collection, I guess. So in 50 years from now, when I bought every single £2 coin, £5 coin, hopefully the future £1 commemoratives that have come out, having that collection would be pretty awesome, I guess. But anyway, with that being said, let's go back to the coins. Well, there we go, our finds from today's hunt. We did find an alphabet 10p, so success. The drought on the alphabet 10p's has come to an end, and hopefully we're going to get a flood of them. 2 jerseys and a Singapore 50 cents, which is quite neat as well. But for those of you that have watched this far in the video, you might be interested to know I have a Discord server. You can click the link down in the description to come and join that. If you're over the age of 13, that's Discord's rules, not mine. Alternatively, you can catch me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and there's the PO box you can write into if you so wish. But as ever, all that leads me to do is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye!